FoxNews.com. Good morning to you, Jason.
Good morning.
All right, so we're off to the races again. Let's see who the top 3 GOP horses are for this week.
Well, in the number 1 spot, no change, John McCain. Number 2, there's been a flip-flop. Now we've got Rudy in the number 2 spot, and coming up 3rd, real tight race between 2 and 3, we've got Mitt Romney.
Okay, so why did that position change?
Well, Rudy had a pretty good week. The playbook story sort of fizzled, I think, faster than folks thought it would. He had a big pickup when he signed former Congressman Nussle to his campaign team. And Mitt Romney sort of had a rough week. I think this YouTube video clip from 1994, the debate where he tells, the moderator that he believes abortion should be safe and legal, and he looks in the camera, that's not sitting too well with grassroots conservatives.
And that darn YouTube.
Darn it.
Jason, when it comes to the GOP's dream horse, you say a lot of folks in the GOP would love to see that man, Colin Powell, ride to the rescue.
Absolutely. Colin Powell's been very pragmatic about the war. He is a hawk, but not a hawk in the mold of a Bush, a Cheney, or a Rumsfeld. He obviously has the military experience and the wherewithal. He's respected around the world. If he were to declare for the race or even hint at some interest, he'd become an instant contender.
All right, so the top 3 Dem horses now. You say Hillary's still at the top, but her lead is thin. There's Barack Obama, but you know what? There's this new news coming out this morning about Barack and his childhood and possibly attending a Muslim school and not really telling people about that.
Yeah, that news broke just this morning. The rankings were updated late last night. That could have an impact, I think, in the next edition. For now, though, he's got to be very encouraged by the polls. 2 new polls, one in New Hampshire, one in Iowa, actually have him tied or inching ahead of Hillary. That's pretty big news.
And then in 3rd place, Edwards, the Dems' dream horse, the man who brought us the iPod and the iMac, Steve Jobs.
Yeah, I bet that's not a name you hear real often as a potential contender. But let me tell you, Steve Jobs, I mean, this guy, he's a renowned problem solver. He's an innovator. He's known throughout the world for bringing people together, for turning the ship around, so to speak. And if you think that the gadgets and gizmos on 24 are cool now, can you imagine Jack Bauer, what he'd carry around under a Steve Jobs administration?
Cool. And Uzi. Hey, Jason, what is your fascination with horses? Why is it all about horses with you?
I'm a big horse guy. My kids like to ride horses. I broke my arm riding a horse when I was a kid, lied to my mom about it. Ever since, they've sort of been a real part of my life.
It sounds like politics.
His website is politicalderby.com. The man who loves horses, the horse whisperer of politics, Jason Wright. We thank you, sir, for joining us live.
Thank you, guys.
All right, just ahead on